Hi everybody, welcome back. So this is a gentle flow class, just opening up our hips, our lower back. We will need props for this class again. I'd like you to have your blanket with you today and of course our block. So go get them and I'll meet you back here on the mat. So let's start in a seated position. You can either be cross-legged. I'm going to actually sit propped up on my block. Turn this way to face you. So I'm sort of got the block this way and just propping it underneath my sit bones, just to give me that nice extension of the spine. So once you've got yourself settled, we're just going to start with just some quick breathing. So you can close your eyes. So just start with your hands on your tops of your thighs, or if you're cross-legged, on your knees. So let's just inhale and take our hands out to the side, taking them up above our head as we gather all the energy in, bringing hands together at the top. And then exhale, bring them out to the side, bringing them back down beside you. Again, inhale, bringing the arms up. Exhale, out to the side. And taking them down. One more time. Inhale, bringing the arms up. Exhale, releasing them down. Drop the chin to the chest and just gently roll to one side. Then come back down through center. Roll to the other side. And back down through center. And take it all the way. Nice half circle neck rolls. So just nice and gently, 2 on each side. And then once you get to the center, stop in the middle and just reverse the direction. Back to center. Just hold it in the center with your chin to chest. Then coming slowly up. If you are sitting on a prop, just remove it. And sitting on your bottoms, just with your legs in front. We're just going to take our hands behind. Actually straighten the left leg and just bring the right ankle on top of the right knee. So lean back on the hands and bend that leg so you're in a figure 4 shape but seated. So it's kind of like a seated pigeon. So prop yourself up so that your spine is nice and straight. And once you get there, the closer that heel is towards your bottom, the more of a stretch you'll get on that outer right hip. So if you just like to be there, just have your foot there. So let's just rock side to side while we're here. And release. We'll take it to the other side. So left ankle on top, bend into that right knee. Just get yourself into that position where you feel nice and open for your hip stretch. And once you're there, rock side to side. foot on top so that you can just place it over the top of that right leg. We're just going to take a little bit of a spinal twist. So pull your body in towards the left knee, hold on to that left knee with the right hand, and as you do that, take the left hand behind. Inhale to extend the body up, exhale to do a little bit of a twist. Then come back round, switch legs, so this time left leg is straight. Take the right foot over the top of that left leg. Squeeze the body in towards that right knee. Then take hold of that right knee with the left hand. Right hand comes behind. Inhale to extend. Exhale to twist. And inhale back to center. Take that left leg on a 90-degree angle and bring the right leg out towards the side. So you've got sort of like a diamond shape in front of you. Now, the right shin is just coming down the side edge of your mat and you've got your feet flexed. This is just called a diamond fold or deer pose fold. So we're just going to inhale, reach our right hand up, and then exhale, just bring it down with the left and come and fold down in front of you. So you've got both hands in front like a number 11 shape. We're going to add a little bit of a twist here. So inhale first, and as you exhale, just sort of walk the hands over. Take the left hand, left arm so that it is supporting, so it's across the front of that left shin, and just push up into that right hand so you get a little bit of a twist happening. May feel a little bit funny on one side, but as long as you just feel that little bit of a twist in your lower abdomen, that's all you want to achieve. So there's no right or wrong, you're just sort of like moving and stretching the lower back a little bit, creating a little bit of movement in the spine and in the belly area. And then come back to center, use your hands to bring you back up. Take the left hand behind to give you that support. We're going to come up into baby wild thing. So inhale, coming up onto the knees and reaching that right hand behind. So you're feeling a nice stretch on that outer hip of the right side. Exhale, come down. Let's go to the other side. So switch legs. So this time you've got your right shin in front and your left shin is coming down the side of that left side of your mat. So again, inhale first. Exhale, walking the hands in front, just taking that right elbow across the right shin and just sort of moving the shoulders so that you can push up into the left fingertips. Feeling that little bit of a twist in the torso, but also giving you a little bit of an opening in the lower back. And then inhale back to center. Take that right hand behind up on the fingertips. And as we inhale, we're going to come up onto our knees and stretch our left hand up. So inhale, come up. Looking back if that's available to you. And exhale, come down. So bringing both feet in front, cross-legged, and just coming over the knees if you can, or just bringing yourself into your tabletop. We're just going to come into our first downward dog. So bringing the fingertips out in front, pushing into your knuckles, spreading the fingers, making sure the fingers are nice and spread. Tuck the toes and just push up into downward dog. So just bend the knees for the first downward dog and let the head hang really heavy. So really pushing in to the arms, extending out through the arms. We're just going to apply a little bit of a ripple wave with this. So come forward into your plank. And then just bend the knees and just then come straight back up into your downward dog. So do that a couple of times. Exhaling, downward dog. So inhale to plank. Exhaling, bend the knees and back up to downward dog. 2 more. Now take some baby steps to the top of the mat. Come down in your fold. Then really bend into the knees and just bring yourself up like a zombie. Pushing into those feet. Letting the head come up last. And the shoulders coming around. Standing here. Place your left hand on your belly. Bring your right fingertips up to your third eye. So grounding ourselves and making ourselves feeling secure. So we have that third eye that gives us that feeling, that intuition feeling. And then we're placing our hand on our gut, which is another feeling that we can have. The feeling that we get when we know something isn't quite right, and we call it that gut feeling. So 2 places in our body where we have that intuitive, strong feeling. Always trusting what you're feeling from these places. Release the hands down by the side. Let's gather up that energy again. So inhale those hands up. Then exhale, slowly bend the knees and bring the hands down through the heart space. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Place the fingertips for support, but I want you just to step the left foot back into a little bit wider than normal. So we're going to come up into warrior 1, but it's a wide-legged warrior 1. So on your next inhale, bring the hands up, push into the feet, bend the front leg, and bring those hands up. Then on your exhale, take the hands behind, interlace the fingers. Inhale, open up, cross the shoulders. And exhale, let's take it down into humble warrior. So bringing that right shoulder on the inside of the right knee. Allowing the head just to hang heavy. Just feeling this nice stretch. Keeping strength in our legs. And then inhale, come up, leading with the hands, push into that front foot, bring the hands back up. Exhale, take the hands to the heart space and step to the top of the mat. Let's do that on the other side. So inhale, the hands up. Exhale, the hands back down to your feet in a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fingertips to the floor. Step that left foot back. Wiggle that step the right foot back, sorry. Don't want to confuse you. Take that left foot over to the edge of the mat. So we've got a little bit of a wider stance in this warrior one. And once you're ready, inhale the hands up, keeping a bend in that front knee. Exhale, taking the hands behind, this time cross the more unusual way, the other thumb on top. Inhale to open up the chest. And exhale to fold, bringing that left shoulder on the inside of the left knee. Holding here, just let the head hang. Don't hold any tension in that head. Then inhale, push into the front left foot. Allow the hands to bring you up. Hands come up into your warrior one. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. Step up to the mat. Let's take another inhale. Exhale, fold down through the heart. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, step the left foot back, this time into a wide lunge. So wiggle that right foot over to the side. Bring both of the hands on the inside of the right foot. So we're in a lizard pose and we're just going to hold here. You can drop the back knee down if this is too strong for you. Otherwise, leave that back knee up and just rock backwards and forwards. Just creating a nice bit of movement for the hips. Bring your hip fluid into the hip flexors. Then drop that back knee. Take the right leg to meet the left knee and just coming forward and lowering down on your belly. Bring the hands in front for your Sphinx pose. So coming onto the elbows, bringing the chest forward to open up the chest, a slight back bend and just looking forward. Squeezing the glutes together, pushing into the feet. Exhale to release. Push up on your hands. Take your knees wide, big toes to touch and come into your child's pose. Come up into your downward dog. Take a full breath here. Then take little steps to the top of your mat. Take the hands out to the side as you inhale, come all the way up. Then exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale for halfway lift. Exhale to fold. This time step the right foot back. Wiggle that left foot over to the side of the mat. Again, you have both hands on the inside of that left foot. So either staying here or dropping the knee, whichever is best for you. And just rock backwards and forwards in your lizard pose. Creating a nice deep stretch in your inner hips, your inner hip crease. And then drop the back knee, bring that left knee to join it. Come forward into your modified plank. Inhale first and then exhale. Lower the belly, bring the forearms forward and squeezing those elbows back towards the chest area, squeezing the glutes to protect the lower back, and just looking forward, bringing that chest nice and forward for your Sphinx pose. And then exhale, coming down, taking both hands out to the side in a T. We're just going to open up our shoulders area in a nice shoulder stretch. So bringing the right ear down, taking the left hand in close to the chest, and using that to help you roll over onto that right side. So the left leg can come up and over, and just let it sort of either rest here. Now you can keep your left hand in front to give you a bit of support, or you can take it over and make a bind and place it on your lower back. And then if you are in a little bit of a bind, bring that left hand back to support you and roll back onto the belly and take it to the other side. So this time the left ear comes down. Bring that right hand nice and close in to help you roll over onto the left side, and then allow that right leg to go up and over. Just feeling that left shoulder opening. And then if you did that bind, half bind on the other side, you can take it to this side as well. Then release, taking that right hand back in front of you to support you as you roll back onto your belly. Let's just do some stretches to strengthen our spine. So we're just going to bring our hands in nice and close to the shoulder area. We're just going to slowly push ourselves just up into a nice low cobra. Exhale, come down. Inhale, do that again. Using the hands to support you. And this time as we come up, we're going to lift and allow our hands to hover. So inhale up, holding here with all of our back strength. Pushing the feet into the mat. And exhale, release. So let's take our hands out in front, and we'll do, well actually no, let's bring them by the side. It makes it a little bit less intense by the side. So we're just going to do locust pose. So bring the forehead to the mat. Just getting your breath, and on the next inhale, just bring both the feet and the arms up so that your pelvis is connected to the mat, but we're using our back strength to hold our legs and arms up. So when you're ready, take your next inhale and just holding here. And on your exhale, release. Bring the hands back to the shoulders or just near the chest. Take your body up, knees apart, and just sit back in child's pose. So you can make this a little bit less active by just allowing the elbows to relax down on the mat, but just letting our back stretch out the other way. Counter pose of those back strengthening exercises. And then inhale, bring yourself forward again. We're going to bring the knees underneath the hips, and we're going to just take our right knee up towards the right wrist. Now this is where we may need our blanket. So if you have your rolled up blanket, like we did in our class last week, we can place that underneath our hips to give us a little bit of support. So this is optional this week. If you like to do this, I do, because I just feel it just props me up a little bit and I get deeper into the pigeon pose, or you can just go straight into your pigeon pose. So inhale first, and then exhale, slowly lower. We'll add that twist first before we go deep into our pigeon pose. So hold on to the right knee with our left hand and bring the right hand in front. And just like we did in our diamond pose, we're going to push up into that right hand to create the twist. Feeling a little bit more of an intensive stretch on that right outer hip when we do this. Then come back to your center. Now this is where you can choose. You can either inhale, just coming up on your fingertips first, and then exhale, either just coming down on the elbows or taking the forehead all the way down to the mat. And then coming up, bringing the hands either side. Now your choice, you can either go into downward facing dog or just into tabletop to get yourself into the other side. So I'll leave it up to you. I'm going to go into downward dog for me. If you're not really feeling like doing downward dog, just come into tabletop and then just take the left knee up towards the left wrist. Otherwise, if you're in downward dog, just bring that left knee up towards the chest. Take it over the blanket if you have the blanket, and just find the position where you can place the hips down on top of the blanket, or just bringing those hips down to the mat. So just check that back leg is straight and in line. Inhale first, and we're going to bring ourselves down, grab hold of, bring the right elbow down first, take hold of the left knee with your right hand, and then take that left hand out to the side of the mat, up on your fingertips, and push into that left hand as you pull yourself around towards the left knee, using the strength in the right hand. back to center, just bringing yourselves back up. Inhale first. Exhale, bringing yourself down to where you'd like to go, either just on the elbows or all the way down to the forehead. Inhale to come up. Again, your choice, just bring yourself into tabletop or your last downward dog. So let's push into the hands, bring yourself out, pedal out the feet, then bring the knees down. If you are in downward dog, remove any props out of the way, and we're just going to come down on our backs. We'll do one last hip stretch before we take ourselves into a spinal twist and Shavasana. So, coming down on your backs, cross the right foot over the left and just grab a hold of anything you can. It could be just the calf muscles, the ankles or the feet. You might need to just bring yourself up to grab hold. And once you get hold of whatever you can, just take the feet out to the side and draw the knees down towards the chest. So this is the hip opening. You'll feel the opening on the right outer hip. This is called reclined shoelace pose. Then release and just set the left foot down onto the floor. Keep that cross of the legs and just lift the hips up so that you can bump the right hip sort of over to the left side, and then just let the knees drop to the left side. So we've maintained the cross of our legs, and then just take the hands out to the side in a T and look to the right. So just a little bit of a different variation in the spinal twist. We just want to have both our hips kind of stacked. So that's why I got you to sort of like shift the hips first before you actually lowered the knees. So of course, if this spinal twist just doesn't feel right and you prefer to do another spinal twist, just take your own version. You don't have to do this one. This is just a suggestion. And then bring those knees back up. Try to use the core to bring them up. Shift over, back to the center. Take the cross of the legs the other way. And we'll do that. Recline shoelace first. So grabbing hold of your feet, your ankles, whatever's available, and just pulling the feet towards the outer part of the body first, and once you've got that, then try to squeeze the knees down. Feeling the stretch on the other side, the left outer hip this time. Then release, bring that right foot down, just lift up the hips, take them over to the right side, and then allow the knees to drop to the right, stretch the arms out to a T and look to the left. So just checking that both hips are stacked on top of each other, adjusting. You can also, I forgot to say, is just prop your block under your knee if you're finding you're hovering and it's not feeling comfortable. Just get your block and you just prop it to give you support, or even your blanket, whatever you like to use. Just letting go here, just allowing your body to just sink deeply into this final twist. And then using that core strength to bring those knees back up, take yourself back to center, and we're just going to take our feet as wide as the mat. I'm just going to do a little bit of a windscreen wiper action. And then come back to center. Now, our last pose is Shavasana, and I'm just going to encourage you to get anything that helps you relax and set yourself into a beautiful state for your Shavasana. So it could be a bolster under your knees. It could be you may have an eye pillow, taking that across the eyes. It could be just putting a blanket around you. It may be finding a wall and taking the legs up the wall. Whatever is going to make your Shavasana a beautiful, beautiful space. So I'm going to give you the choice for your Shavasana today. So we are going to have a little guided meditation using some affirmation cards. I Can Do It cards by Louise Hayes. So you can either just stay in your lying position where you are now, or if you'd like to sit up, you can sit up cross-legged, or if you do have a bolster handy, which I didn't mention at the beginning of the class, but this is optional. You may sort of like be in the habit of having a pillow or a bolster for your classes now. You just prop it up with the block and just lie back and allow the body to melt, supporting the bolster, supporting the head. I sometimes like to have my legs crossed and my arms just resting down to the side. This mightn't feel good to you. You just have the legs straight. So wherever you are, just get yourself nice and settled. Allow a minute for you to find that space for you, and then we'll go into our meditation. Close down the eyes. Come into your breath. So just notice how the belly is moving slowly up and down, releasing any breathing techniques that you had throughout the class. We're just coming into our natural breath. Just hearing the sounds around you. And let's get started. I return my body to optimum health by giving it what it needs on every level. I am pain-free and totally in sync with my life. I am safe when I express my feelings. I can be serene in any situation. I have a wonderful relationship with my friends, family members, and co-workers. I am appreciated. My happy thoughts help create my healthy body. Filling my mind with pleasant thoughts is the quickest road to health. Today is a delightful day. Money comes to me in expected and unexpected ways. I am a money magnet. I have unlimited choices. Opportunities are everywhere. And just repeating our affirmations today. I am in sync with life. I am appreciated. I am filling my mind with positive thoughts. I am a money magnet. So slowly bringing yourself back to the moment where you are, creating a little bit of movement in your body. And if you are seated, slowly blink the eyes open. And if you are lying down, just give yourself a bit of a stretch wherever you are. Then slowly come up to seated. And we're just going to bring our hands up, gather up that energy, and then bring our hands to our heart space and just bow our head. And let's all say Namaste together. Namaste. And let's all thank ourselves for doing this practice today. Until next time, have a beautiful day.